Hey everybody, how you all doing? Good afternoon. I usually do these in the morning, but I've been quite busy today. Been up on the mountain fixing some problems for a friend of mine, me and my wife. But anywho, I thought, well, we'll just do a small little, I do these statues. I had this 100-year-old cedar piece of it laying back there in the old scrap box, and other people do these. I've done them for years. So I drawed this out this morning. Just a man and a woman. We just got to set some lines. That's all we're doing. A little windy today here in Tennessee, but hey, it's better than freezing. I'm telling you. And I'm not operating the camera, as you can tell. My wife's operating the camera. I can be more free. We're just going to set some lines here. That's her hair right there. There's her jawline right there. Let's get rid of that knife. That knife is too weak. I do a lot of these. I make the man and woman. I carve the man and woman in heart. And the key of my heart, I do one like that. I do so many of them. Quite popular for me down here. This will be the front. And I'll do some reasonable carving on the back. You don't have to be 100% three-dimensional. Folk art. One of my favorite things to do. It speaks for itself. You don't have to put a lot of fancy stuff into it. It's just folk art. It's very simple. Been doing folk art for years. Go to a thinner blade. Got another lady that comes in at Burger King and drinks coffee, her and her husband, and she had fell a few months ago and broke her wrist, so it stopped her, and now she's through rehab and she's doing better. And she told me yesterday that she wants to learn to carve. So after the Easter holiday and stuff, we're going to meet at Burger King naturally, and I'm gonna set her down and teach her to carve. I think that's wonderful. But I'm going to show her the fundamentals and talk about knife and knife safety and all that stuff. I'm quite looking forward to it. And just like the elephant I did the other day, I'm not going to sand all the beauty marks out of this, all the knife marks. This is 100% knife. It's nothing else. It's no chisel, no Dremel, nothing. It's 100% knife. Very little sanding. And that's it. Yes. And I do switch back to different knives. I've carved for so long, I pretty well know what knife I should be using to get around this stuff. Yep. And like I said, I do these religiously. I do these a lot. And I had this 1-inch thick cedar. It's a piece of that old barn wood laying back there. And I've been looking at it, and it's been talking to me. And finally I thought, well, I was going to do the video of the bow leaf and stuff today, but the wind is so bad outside it wouldn't record very good outside. So I changed my mind, drawed this. About 3:30 this morning I was drawing in my brain. Let's see here. Let's drop this, because this is, let's drop this. Let's drop this down. One's got to be high, one's got to be low. You just got to determine the way it's supposed to be. Let's get this knife back to this, because my blade ain't long enough. There you go. These are very simple. I sell a lot of these to weddings, anniversaries, special occasions, stuff like that. I've carved them for years down here. Oh, swoop-de-doo. Get all this profiled and shaped. Then we get into some of the details and how I'm going to, finish the carving. And, I do these all the time, and I'm not a machine, folks. I'm just not. Everyone's going to be a little different. I may draw this again and carve it. Maybe a thicker piece of wood. It could be a more shallow piece. It could be the same. I am not a machine. I just carve. I let the wood tell me a story. And let's talk about this when people hear me talk about the time. I apologize, I have to know the time. Because what happened before is I was just doing a video, I was by myself, and everything's going great. And folks, I can't put the wood back on the carving when this happens. I have to have a whole new video, in a whole new carving. And the camera just literally stopped. It ran out of time, and it stopped. Now, if I knew how to edit, I guess I could have saved it, but I had to delete the video. So that's why you always hear me go ask, somebody's video, shooting the video for me, what time is. And, I know it's, you don't understand, but I am not good with computers. I'm good I'm just good building. Just like I said, we had a problem up on the mountain. My friend told me about it, and me and the wife went up there and we fixed it, didn't we? Mm-hmm. And that's what I am. I am an old builder, and I fix problems. I have always been that way. Problem fixed. They don't make this model anymore. Nope, this model is closed out. It sure is. We talked about his problem Sunday, and I went straight up there Monday this morning and fixed it. Done. My wife helped. We got her done. Drove off the mountain. Going against grain. Listen to your knives. Don't keep dragging a knife across rough grain and stuff, especially if it's a smaller knife like that one right there, and not a heavy detail knife. This is a Sorby. And that was another thing. Another friend of mine who is a phenomenal carver, he asked me, I think it was yesterday, what I think about the Sorby knife. It's a good knife. It is a strong knife. It's a heavy knife. It will remove wood. But when I got this one here, maybe it was a bad batch or something. The bevel was wrong. I could not sharpen this thing at all. It took me forever to redo the bevel. And it just was wrong. And now I can keep it sharpened. But it was just ground wrong. Something was wrong. Now, am I saying all of them are like that? No. Sorby's an excellent knife. Very good. I've had them several times. But for some reason, this has got a bevel right here, and it was just ground wrong. I've reground it, reshaped it, and now she stays sharp. So don't let that shy you away from buying a Sorby. You know, it's a good quality knife, but mine for some reason just wasn't. It wasn't up to my standards. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. I know if anybody else has ever run into that, throw me a comment in there what you think. Have you ever had that happen? You buy a knife. I mean, I've reshaped the handles a ton of times. Arthritis in the hands. If they don't fit the old pawl, well, the old pawl cannot carve. So I'll reshape the handle and everything. Because I have to be comfortable after all these years.
Okay.
That close what we got the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wife just told me about the time. And I think the timer's counting wrong. I think it's on a different type of time. Oh yeah. Let me show you. Tiny. Everybody's asking. I showed it on my Facebook. Everybody was asking me how small of a little mouse do I carve. Well, there's Tiny. Right there. Little guy. And I've actually carved one a lot smaller than this. Just out of just a piece of throwaway wood that you would throw in the this piece of wood it's sitting on, I'm going to carve another mouse out of it. That's that old cedar. So I'll draw the mouse in there and carve that one out. Well, anyhow, folks, you know, I just thought I'd bring you in here and show you one of my favorite things to carve is the man and the woman, the statue. If anybody's ever interested in any of my product, you can go to daveposton@gmail.com and text me that you're interested. You've seen something. Excuse me. Like, share, and subscribe. That helps the channel out. Please leave me a comment. That really helps me out. Share it with your friends, your neighbors, your family members. Just share it with everybody. Go to your church. Share it with them. We do have a family channel. There's nothing vulgar on my channel at all. We're just wood carvers. But anywho, thank you again. You all have a blessed day, and Woodard Dave will just talk to you later. Thank you.